Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another monthly reading for Leo for January 2024. I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Oh boy. Oh, the devil. The devil. Oh, all that pride and ego. Learning lessons. Going around and around in the mind, a little confused, not sure, stuck on the ego. Overindulgence here. Restraining and holding on. Because of information, because of understanding. See, it's a hold. There's a hold on. And then we have that transparency, which brings in that change in direction. Again, the Three of Wands. I tell you, that Three of Wands is just everywhere. Well, it is the time, eh? January, we're coming to an end. We have that upper-handedness, going around in the mind, and having those mind games, you know, just deciding on that new fun that you want to have, making that change. Yeah, because you want something new, you're looking for some thrills. Well, why not? Leo, it's all about you in the end. You are the full moon on the 25th, so I'm sure you're going to have a wild time. But let's see, what are the messages for Leo? And that devil coming in there is to put a hold on understanding, that higher level of understanding. It's either it is distorted or it is being held, restrained. But it will be overcome because it is an understanding of what is the indulgence. You see, when you know what the indulgence is that is the halfway point of healing it, because you can make the change and move on and do something different. And that could be for some of you, well, not all of you, but most of you, I hope, will recognize the overindulgence in your life and make those changes to heal, make change come into your life for the better. What are the messages for Leo for 2024 January? Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. And the layout hasn't changed. It's still the same. But the angle has been altered. So I'm going to see how far I can see. Let's see how these cards lay out. It's not so bad. It's pretty straightforward and clear. Alright. So the first line is all about the viewer, Leo. If it is not Leo the viewer, then you place yourself as a cross watcher in the first or the second line accordingly. Second line is anybody you deal with, whether it's at work or people you cross, people you don't know, family even, the encounter. And then, of course, the end, the line, this third line is the end or the outcome of the read. All right, so we're starting off with the first line, the Seven of Wands, bottom of the deck. Oh, at the end we have a 7, so it's going to be it's been a tough month already. We're almost at the end for Leo. So we have a 7 of Wands and a 7 of Swords. And then we have at the bottom of the deck 5 of Swords. So it's pretty aggressive within the mind or with others, the conversations, plotting and scheming and planning and making new arrangements, making new plans, if not rearranging betrayals that have occurred, or going over the betrayals that have occurred rather. making up new ones. Leo, what's going on? You have this high level of intuition, and then there's a burden. So it's either the transparency is burdening something, or lies are burdening, or seeing through the fog has now become a burden because of what you can see. That change in direction. See, we have an ending of a cycle, a victory, changing the plans, having that enthusiasm, becoming a fourth wand here. It's to carry on and move on and have a victory, and that makes a 10 of wands. So we have a double 10 because this is the 10 of wands here. So we have a double 10, so it's doubly burdensome. Whatever's been going on, but it's coming to an end because the direction has changed. Because we can see through that burden. We can see where it comes from, why it's happened, and what we want to do about it, putting it down. Again, the 10 and the 5 here make the 15. So there's a lot of overindulgence here. And it's being recognized. This here taking advantage, again, is relating to the devil with the 7 of swords at the end. Very curious how this is going to play out. Again, the truth. This King of Swords and this King of Pentacles is overcoming a loss here. Divinely guided, wanting to make a new start, overcoming that regret. See, we have that overcoming it. It's because we have both kings here. It is to say that the truth is being upheld. See, with the Emperor here, and this is where they're making changes. It's all a whole new, fresh idea, wanting to have that possibility, that freedom to go wherever, do whatever, have that victory, and then end the cycle. And just change direction. Have that transparency, put down the burden, and then come out with standing up or trying to take advantage. Again, it's a burden here. It's a burden. So it's either it's not going to happen, or it's the course has run itself out. There's no more to take advantage of. There's nothing left. The advantage has been taken. Now there's no more to take. Let's see what the cards say here. We have that 7 going down the line. We have a fresh start, standing up in the integrity, or pushing back, or pushing away, but wanting a new start. That self-love, that commitment to the self, wanting, like again, this Knight of Wands here, a new beginning, going off and doing what I love, what I want. That's what Leo wants. Leo wants to just start over, start afresh, have a change in plans, making changes in plans. This is strategy as well as it is betrayal, but it takes going over betrayals, looking over strategies, seeing where the burden is and how to put it down. Again, these 2 kings is what comes out of that devil, and I forget what the other card is now, but it was a question of, no, I can't remember. Yeah, moving off into smooth waters, bringing down a tower even. Another 10 here, ending up. Everything that was invested is come to an end, or it's come to fruition, and what you're coming into will take you into smooth waters, bringing out that truth. Yeah, see, we have the truth about the ego, and having that desire to move forward, get that satisfaction, following divine guidance here. for a fresh start, overcoming that loss. You see, standing up in the integrity, going over and over. The devil again will bring us to the brink, and say, well, this is not happening anymore, and here are all the reasons why. And then you wake up out of your well, not just wake up out of the addiction, but wake up to the sensitivity to the addiction, in that you can start afresh and you can stand in your integrity. And that debating with others and debating within the self, again, it's all the wands here. So it's about wanting to set the record straight, or in fact clear it away, start just dissolve everything and heal whatever is to be healed, that can be healed, and then start afresh again, going into the wisdom, going within, finding that understanding, recognizing what it is that was being pushed away and why there was so much effort to push away. Because if you're not standing in the integrity, then you're fighting against somebody. And this 7 and 3 and is 10, and there's a 2, it's 12. So again, it is hidden. It is what we don't want others to know. So it's secrets. The arguing, the arguing. You don't want people to know. You want to heal that. You want to get to understanding. And then we have confusion here. So we're coming out confused, or we're coming out with a surprise. We're coming out with some kind of wisdom that will either be revealed or it will be hidden. Again, I don't really want to take cards on that, but we will take cards on these here. Because the moon in itself tells us that by the full moon, you see, or the next moon, if it's not this moon coming up, but seriously, it seems to be, it's working on something. It's very serious, the debating here. And it is to heal confusion, just to put it mildly. You want to heal confusion, or you want to understand the confusion. Let's see, we have the Empress, so it is again opening up to intuition, understanding the intuition, understanding the third party, understanding the commitment to the third party, if there is one, understanding the commitment to being open and wanting to have a nurturing sense of care going on, like going into it, being understanding about the intuition. Yeah, we'll see about that, because we have this commitment at the end. Whether it is commitment to the self and the intuition, or commitment to a third party, because it is in the line here. And being understood, or understanding that there is a third party and that there is a commitment. Again, we have the work involved. So this abundance comes in with more abundance. So it's having that, what you want, what you've always wanted, and having it in abundance. It's getting what you want. So something is coming in. There's an understanding. Understanding that it's a natural flow of love here. This is wisdom. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So it is to work. It is to continue working. See? Now we have the Nine of Pentacles starting off here. So if we look at it this way, we see that this intuition, the integrity is bringing us, or bringing you rather, Leo. It's bringing you into your own, where you can stand up and be alone and have that independence, if it is you here, because you're wanting to heal something. There is a sense of relief. You see, again, this Four of Swords is conversation. It's conversation, and it is to take and go to the high level. So you're taking a stand. you've come through with enough experience that you can have a healing conversation or heal a conversation. Again, it is to heal and understand and have a new beginning. Again, this is a double healing here. Healing and wanting to understand what it is that is created a rift, because this is the end here. Again, the understanding of the confusion, this passive silence, being that you go off on your own and then you go into silence as a form of therapy. It is a new start. It is going to be spoken about though, because we have the justice here coming in. So healing a conversation that it has to happen, because there is a commitment that is being betrayed or was betrayed or will be betrayed, or it's a commitment that will have a strategy to come to fruition. But when I see the justice card here and this Four of Swords coming in with this 7 on the end here, I'm thinking, looks like it could be more of a battle where we're debating. You see right here, we're debating to have a new beginning and have the justice come in. But we will take cards because it is, again, it is all in the confusion. And then there's work. There's a commitment to work. There's that healing and working with that commitment. So wanting to get past whatever addictions or abuse that may have been on the table before. It is being understood. It is being hidden, or it is no longer being hidden. It's coming out in the open. Wanting to have that clarity, wanting to have that sense of it is going to be okay. Because this is everything. It's abundance, it's healing, it's natural connectivity, it's commitments. And then there is that offer to heal. You see, it's an offer. And it is self-love at the same time. Yeah, this is working on a psychological level, very much so, because we have that integrity, we have that strategy, we have that conversation where it's therapeutic. We have a fresh start, and we have the Hermit showing up to give us that understanding. And it is following the instinct to understand. We're following that natural flow to find that self-love again, where you go back to giving yourself what you want to have, and having that freedom. That's what it was. That overindulgence and wanting to be free. Having a hold on freedom, just blocking it, not being able to be free and have that sense of I can go where I want, do what I want, because I am independent and I can afford to do this. You see, and if you're looking at second, or not second, but the next person in the second line, we see that here, that there is an independence for a fresh start, following the intuition and just going off and working, just wanting to work. So if there is a partnership, it could just be that they're willing to work with you. You see, they're looking for that abundance in the sense where they can work with it. Very positive here, the second line. So if you're dealing with the next person, they're very open. They're very open to work with you. There's a fresh start here, wanting a new beginning, having that backup to say, well, I can go off and do what I want, this second person, and they're willing to work because they have the intuition. Again, it could mean that they want to leave, but it doesn't say that here with the 8 of Cups. It's not showing in that sense. But because this is an independent card, the next person is as independent as you are. And they are standing in their integrity, and they may not want to speak. This is where it's showing up as wanting to leave, not wanting to have a conversation or not wanting to talk about the confusion or the betrayal in that respect or the strategy. They just want to go off and do their own thing and follow the natural scheme of things. It's a little complicated, but let's take a few cards to see where we can unravel this. Again, it's about standing up and taking back what was taken. And this is probably, and putting down the burden. So this is probably where they want to walk away and leave things as it is, just be done with whatever. And just start afresh, following their instinct. All right, let's take some cards and see how we can clear this up. What is the Seven of Wands representing here? The truth. Well, okay. Victory. Having that conversation. We're starting off with talking and healing. Standing up in the integrity. This is where it comes into. Oh boy. Healing an offer. Or... yeah, it would be healing because it is a 7. Sorry, it is an ace here. And the 7, it is that strength to stand. Go for that healing. To make that offer for reconciliation. Oh boy. And having that forgiveness for this king. So the king here, Leo, you're looking for forgiveness. You're thinking about it, in fact. Because this is you. You're making new plans. And you're being very patient and very romantic. And having that conversation is going to be destiny. And there's that 8 of Cups. It's either wanting to come back because you're making that change. All right, let's take a look again. Okay, so it is to heal the conversation. Let's see. It's a lot of forgiveness wanting to come out here. Oh, that's interesting. But it starts off with the ace, So it is going in the right direction because we have the integrity. So it's all in the up and up. Again, the confusion brings in that sense of sanity and everything comes crystal clear. Understanding the debates here. This going around and I want this and no, I want that and we should do it like this and we should do like that. All the plans, everybody's opinion. Is to start over. That is the argument. Is to start afresh. Justice is going to say whatever it is coming out. All right, let's see. We have this 9 of Wands. So we're not trusting. You see, we're healing. We want to talk about not trusting that offer. And then having a reconciliation with forgiveness for this king. Who wants to change the plans very patiently, having a romantic conversation, or thinking about it, thinking about what he would say to have that romance, to have that buy-in, have that destiny come in. All right. Thinking about what needs to be said. Thinking about it a lot because that is the strategy here, it seems to be. Because he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it a lot. Going in and finding, understanding. Let's see what this... the Hermit. What does the Hermit represent here? Oh boy, it continues because the next card was the 8. So understanding, leaving. Or understanding coming back, or wanting to heal and come back. It's being stalemated here, changing the perspective. So this is what all the thinking and debating is going on here. It's to figure out what to do, how to do, what to do. And then we have the courage to be patient and let things run its course. Again, this is why the moon is showing up here. About secrecy, manipulation, very anxious about ending up this cycle here. Well, we'll put it to the end here because this is what is to be healed. Yeah? Let's take a look again. Because it is the Hermit, and this is where all the wisdom comes in. So understanding, going over everything that took place. Everybody involved has an opinion, and nobody wants to give in. They all want theirs to stick. So we have here leaving the situation. This is what we want to heal. Leo wants to heal. Leo wants to take care of business. So let's see. We have that Eight of Cups. So wanting more, wanting to understand and find more information, you see. But it's through emotions. This is like, I want to understand where things went wrong and what I did and what the other one did and how it went the way it went. It's really going over all the little ins and outs. And this is where the perspective will change, because you're either walking around in the next person's shoes, or you're thinking that that is what you should do to understand what happened and why it happened the way it did. And then having the courage to take that step. You see, this is either you're waiting for the right time, which is basically why you're holding back, because you don't want to jinx it or you don't want to make it worse. So you're waiting, you're holding yourself back. Either you, again, with this value of what it is, the secrets, manipulation, because you want it to end. This is going to come to an end. If you hold back, the manipulation and the secrecy will come to an end. But then there's anxiety involved here, because you're not sure, or you're not sure if you'll be accepted. You're not sure if they're going to open up, the next person, if they're going to open up to what you want, because this comes down to a 10. We have a double 10 here. So it's a question of betrayal and the truth about betrayal. It's about having this marriage or not having this marriage, or ending the relationship completely. Because of the anxiety, we're worried that everything will come to an end and then there will be nothing left. But then that could be the surprise, that you're trying to work out if to leave the relationship, or you're thinking that if you work through it, they will be so overwhelmed and they will want to marry you. I don't know. Leo, this is you working things out. And it is a question of you opening up, or you hoping and waiting and giving time for the next person to open up. Because this is a question of being closed up, and then manipulation, manifesting, going awry, because we have it's like waving a broken wand when you have these two coming together. It's like you want something, but you're nervous, you're not going to get it. And that's how you end up not getting it, whatever it is you think you want. But you have to open up. And this is where the timing will come in, with this holding back and allowing the right time to come. This is the debate you're probably having as to when to do, what to do, and how to do. And you might be just doing it around in your own head and you're not talking to anybody. You're going over this in your mind. I think that's where we saw the Eight of Swords too, going around in the mind in the beginning, thinking about things and how to make it work, how to open up. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe you're not comfortable opening up and you're worried. You're worried to open up and talk, but you want to do it. You see? You want to open up. This is, I want to open up, and I'm worried that it will bring everything to an end. Well, you know what? It has to get really bad before it can get better. That's all. And if you don't try, you won't ever find out. Or you'll find out the hard way. very painfully. All right, let's move down and see what this Nine of Pentacles is all about. Focus. That there's that 10, so it's a 10 of Pentacles. So we have a lot of ending up here. And it's ending up on a commitment, ending up a commitment for a proposal, or ending up a commitment for marriage, ending it. So wanting to walk off, be alone, or the contrary, lonely and wanting to be in a relationship, wanting a fresh start. We have this Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles. So this is really it could be work related because we have quite a bit of Pentacles here. Yeah? We have quite a bit. We have the 9, we have the 1 here, then we have another one that's 11, and then we have another one, and then we have 2 more coming in. Okay, so there's quite a bit of work going on here, and then that sense of lack. So we're coming into ending up on a cycle of love here. This, because of disappointment, the Tower will come down. Wow. This is like, I want to be on my own. I don't need this. This is what's it. Leo, if you are thinking of walking off and just going on your own because you've had enough with betrayals and lies and deceit and third-party situations and people pretending they want to be in a relationship with you and then making you feel like you're not worthy of having a relationship, or you're not worth their time and effort to bring a relationship in, all that's going to come to an end. It's an ending here. It's an ending. But love will heal this disappointment, because the memory of love is it's disappointing, but it will heal, huh? Because that is what love does. This will not squash this card here. We already have the Tower coming down because of disappointments in love, because of how the next person was made to feel. They want to end the cycle and be on their own, move on, have a fresh start, following their intuition, working things out, taking care of their own, on a fresh start. It's because they want to overcome, bring things back into the balance and end the cycle. And then love will heal, because of the Tower coming down will just, the disappointments will be removed, because it'll be all clarified with the intuition and that openness, that wanting to talk here. That's what that is to bring things back into balance. They have invested, and what they've invested in, they're feeling that it's not coming to them. That's what it looks like. But Leo, you want to have a reconciliation. So it's a question of how you approach this person and making that offer, because the focus is to make the offer. But then again, they are focused on going off and having their own. They want stability. They want to feel like they belong somewhere. It's not that different from the Virgo reading now. Having been treated really badly, wanting to leave, wanting to go off and do your own thing, being recognized for that, wanting to bring back the balance. You see, clearing up the situation and then going off and saying, well, you know what, we make amends, but we're not coming back together. So we go away freely. We go away from each other without any ill will, so that we can have the relationship that we want, though it is not with each other. Because that's what it looks like here. Because they want to work on it, but then they want to go on their own. You see? The focus is on having a real solid relationship, a real sense of feeling at home, and bringing in that balance, and then ending a cycle. So you take it as it resonates. Leo, you know who you're dealing with and how they feel. Well, maybe you don't know how they feel, but you will find out if you talk to them. And that is where you see the working on the details. Let's take a look at that and see. But first I want to see, what is this Empress representing? Ah, the betrayal. Finding out about the truth. All of that talk about. There's going to be a lot of conversation here. This is where the conversation is coming in with this Knight of Swords here. And it is destined to take place. You want to have that conversation. You want to bring in the peace. Or at least they want to have peace. You see, they want to move on, end and move on. Go off and have their own, make a legacy, because they have the Nine of Pentacles here. They're ready and willing to just go off and take care of their own. But they want a family. They want to feel like they belong. Again, with that Five of Pentacles and that Six of Cups, they want to feel, they want to bring in the balance. They want to know that it doesn't end, that it's not the end of the world here, even though it is the end of the world here. I mean, it ends with traveling and moving on and seeing the world, seeing something new, doing something new, being in a whole new place, moving even, wanting to travel. Wanting to have that ability to move into a place where they can have their happiness. You see? What they've invested in. It's love. Again, it comes right back. That determination. You see, it's a match here. The Queen of Wands with the King of Wands. This Queen of Wands, she is she's very emotional. She wants to have her happiness. You see, she wants it, and why not? Let her go and get it. She wants it. She's doing that work that she had done in the past is coming in now. And this is what she recognizes, that Empress, you see? That Empress, it's intuition, It's knowing what you want. Having gone through such an ordeal, both of you, because you're both going through something here. It's not because of each other that the tower is coming down. It is because of what you had to experience in the communication or the relationship, whatever it is that you had going on with I keep saying the second person, because there's a third person involved somewhere. It could be the work that is the third person, that third party that brings in the disruption. It could be the focus for work. It doesn't have to be another person. You see, even you're doing a lot. You're working a lot. You want to have understanding. You don't understand. You are the one that's looking to understand, Leo. You're trying to understand the next person and what it is that they went through, or what it is that has caused them to want to walk off, or to keep going, or to say, well, I want to work on whatever it is that we've had. This is where my disappointment is. I'm not getting what I want, the stability, focusing on having a commitment, etc. Okay, that's ready and willing to share something with the next person is where this person is. They're ready, they want. And it's not coming in, or it hadn't come in. They were waiting for it. Seven of Pentacles here. They're waiting patiently for it. And they want to move off and have that happiness, get that peace. But you see, it can't happen until that truth comes out, because this is the betrayal right here. The intuition, that instinct of feeling that I will be betrayed if I do this, or if I go there, or I do or say or be with, etc. They are very well versed in experience with third-party situations, because they are working on these. We're going to take cards for that. But you see, open to adventure, open to having invested in and wanting to be in that marriage, ready to go off and find peace with what they have invested in, and being open, that unconditional love, that determination to have the ability to move on and be free. It's all about that freedom, because they were feeling like they were blocked and stopped and not treated like they were worthy, so they're going off and getting it for themselves. Or wanting to, because of what was done in the past, of what they've experienced. They don't want to take that chance. They want peace. They want to have that family, that sense of belonging. They want to feel it. They were investing in it. And they were doing it with all the open love, that being open to, I want to have a relationship. It's a lot of deliberation, but because of this Ten of Swords, they're following the instinct to say, I need to work on myself, or I need to work with this information a little more. Let's see what those Eight of Pentacles is all about. You see, working on that sense of loss. They're trying to overcome it. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. They're just overcoming it, or they're working through the loss, feeling that they didn't get what they thought they were going to have. So they're moving on, but they're working slowly too. They're working through that sense of, I've lost everything. That here you see the Tower has come down. This is why they're standing on their own. Right here. Because there's a lot that has happened, and it probably has nothing to do with you, Leo. When you really look at these cards, this is a sense of family that, the family is in this card. That is the betrayal, being betrayed by family. That is what that is. Wanting to have that sense of home. That proposal for, I want to be in a relationship, I want to be with somebody, and then having it taken from them, thrown out of balance. They put an end to that. They said, you know what, I don't need this, I'm going off on my own. I will find love. Love is disappointed, so I don't want anything to do with love, because that's what this is here. That is what this is here. I don't want to have anything to do with love. Love has disappointed me, so I'm squashing everything. I'm going away. I'm going to be free, and I'm going to start over. And the betrayal, that betrayal here. You see, betraying that, or feeling and sensing a betrayal makes them want to move on. Because if it is that you come in for a new beginning with them, or they sensing that you want to come and have a new beginning with them, they're not trusting that. They want the truth. And if they don't get the truth, they're going to move on. And if they have to move on, they are going to be very, very well prepared to reinvest in another relationship. And it doesn't mean it's going to be with you, but they are open to it. See, this is that what I have put is now becoming my legacy. I'm building up on my life, my independence. She's very independent, this one here, this Queen of Wands. But she's open to love. She's very loving, and she's very open to it. But she's not trusting, because she's been hurt. She's not trusting. Wanting a new start. Going with what Spirit tells her. She's following in her instincts, and she will get her satisfaction. Okay. And that is the Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So the abundance is coming. She's going to get satisfaction. She's going to get what she wants, because she's allowing herself to be open. Even though she was hurt and betrayed by family, friends, people she called dear to her. Those are the people who betrayed her, because she has a sense of loss. She may have lost someone in her family or a friend. to death, because this is a dark sense of sorrow here. But again, the darkness is what fuels that passion for life, wanting to have and following with what she believes in, because she's following her instincts. She's holding on to her passion, her creativity. She is looking for satisfaction. And she's got her 9 cups. She's looking for the 10th one, and it's right here. She's working on it. She's working on herself. This is what she's doing. She's working on herself with this 8 of Pentacles to get through the pain and suffering that she's experienced. It is the Queen of Wands here. So, not that it has nothing to do with you. The fact that you are trying to understand, that is what is going on here. You are trying to understand what it is that this queen is going through. Let's see what this Ace of Cups represents. The truth. The truth. It's all about the truth. And it will come out because you want to have that conversation. You want to at least talk and find out. Because you want to understand. This understanding is what is coming from this. Again, with the High Arcana and the Devil, it's like obsessed with the knowledge, obsessed with understanding. Wanting to know. That's connectivity that you have, or that you want to have, is to understand because of the confusion that has been caused. Again, this is a reward for work that was done in the past. This is going back into being recognized, having that commitment and wanting that recognition, or not even wanting it, but being recognized for having that sense of she's being committed, or she is committed, and through her sense of loss and her sorrow and suffering, she's still committed to being open and wanting to find her satisfaction, her happiness. It's a slow process here, but the truth is being told about, you see, about the marriage, about that going into higher knowledge. That obsession, again, for understanding, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. You see, it is a question of taking back what was taken. And she is not letting anybody step on her, even though she's been crushed and hurt. You know, she is wanting to be. Through all of her pain, she's still wanting to be in a relationship. You are trying to understand where you fit in, if you can fit in, if it is that you want to make a commitment, an offer. You want to do it with the honesty. You want to show that there is recognition, that you want to be, and you want to take your time. You're going to probably talk about where you've been with this person in the past. You like to go over the relationship, in other words, and see if there is a possibility here to have a relationship go towards marriage. That seems to be what the commitment is to keep. You want to come back. You are trying to get back with this person who you don't know if they will want to be with you. And this is where you're trying to be more understanding. Oh, Leo, you're working it out, and she's working it out. You both seem to be on the same level of understanding, or wanting to at least communicate. Because I don't see a fight here, but it is, of course, not. If she is not feeling like the truth is coming, if it's not coming, she's not going to step. But you know that, you see, you are because you are the King of Wands, and you read people very well. So you know that your approach to her has to be in a particular way. Otherwise, she's going to walk. This is why you're going to take your time, which is good. It is good. If you want to fix a relationship, you have to take all of that into consideration. So let's see what this four of swords represent. There it is, talking about change. With this tower coming down, it is inevitable that you will have to speak about that. And of course, the destiny, it is focusing on the future, looking into what can be, hoping that it is enough to bring the two of you together. The truth with the king here, we have the same two kings coming back with this passion. Very obsessed here. Not letting go. You're not going to let go. You're not going to give it up. You don't want to let this one go. You're not going to go. You're not going to let it go unless you have that conversation. There's your higher understanding. See? There's that higher understanding and securing and just making sure that there is control here. Well, it is a conversation to be had, and coming in with the honesty and wanting to make the change because of the tower coming down, working with what you have is what it seems to be going on here. But you're not going to give up, You're not going to give up until you have that conversation, and that's fine. That's what you have to do. I mean, you're doing it because it is a karmic relationship. Let's see just a couple of cards for this justice card here. Again, the devil, it is an obsession, wanting to make you not letting go until you get all the answers. And then it's going to change. That's what's going to happen. You're not letting it go. And that is the justice being served. Because you want to have a secure relationship. You want to take control. You want to have that leadership. And you're going to take the right moment. And there it is. The Eight of Swords going around and around in the mind. That Two of Swords. You see, this is where all of this denial of the ego. And again, she's been hurt. She's been hurt. So whether it's by you or others, you are coming into this scenario. Maybe that's how you met this person, through their pain. You were able to meet this person through their pain or through your pain, or some suffering was going on when you came into each other's lives. That is for sure. Because you are not stopping unless you get that understanding, that higher understand. You want to know. It's like you want to know and you want to understand where it came from, why it happened, and how it will be fixed. It's like you want to know everything, and it will change. Knowing and understanding will create a certain change. Again, it is to have having change makes new and many opportunities come in. And then that sense of leadership is going to be either the security here, and this transformation here it's a bit foggy because it is change that comes. I mean, it's free will, free will, and you choose. You have to choose, or you want to choose, or you already want to make. With the changes, you're making a secure sense, a sense of security in love, because it is higher understanding as well as marriage. And for some, it is, I'm not going to let go of this one, no matter what. I'm not letting go of this one. Again, the ego may be stepping in there, or it could just be you're taking charge, because it is the kings. These two kings here, the King of Swords and this King of Pentacles, he represents the Emperor. And it's a question of taking charge more than ego. It's what I see. Again, because of this transformation card here, this 13, where because of higher understanding, the circumstances now change. It's as if some information was missing, and then getting that information a sense of authority is taken rather than an egotistical attitude, is what I'm getting from this. Wanting to really take charge and picking the right moment to do so. That is where all of this is coming from. And then we'll take just a couple cards on this one. The Seven of Swords, because I'm really out. Yeah, see? Okay, so Seven of Swords here is changing the direction completely and ending a cycle. This is all divine guidance here. Getting that victory. Having that freedom. And if there's no truth, or if the truth is distorted, well, again, it's free will. Direction will change and a cycle will end. On the life of I wouldn't say vanity, but self-recognition here, you know, wanting to say I won, I'm in charge, I did it, I overcame, but in a negative, because it is an ending of a cycle. And then there is a second chance here. There's a second chance for the victory to come in and have that passion, have that freedom, have that sense of adventure, and go off and have a new beginning. You see? This isn't always a negative, but when I see it with this card, it's kind of shifty. So we could say in the end that the burden for that upper-handedness and taking advantage is being put down, because being burdened by it, and that is a mental thing, whether it is you going around in your mind with the Five of Wands here, or is with other people, it's the same thing. It's either you working things out or you debating with others to work things out. Because she is, this Queen of Pentacles at the end here, she's decided to heal and move on. The truth is the only thing, is that she will move on if she doesn't get the truth, Just remember, there's a Ten of Swords is the first card out, She's following her instincts. She's not taking on any more lies. She's moving on. She got her truth, or she's getting her truth. She wants the truth, and that is what will make the difference in having a relationship or moving on to find one. That is her plan. So we're seeing both parties here trying to figure their way out or into a relationship, depending on how the conversation goes. And that's all up to you, Leo. That's really up to you. What is the oracle message for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. But it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's up to you if you want to talk by the moon, because that is where the moon is. It's saying by the light of the moon, understanding and clarity and healing will happen. Conversation will be had. Recognition of a person and where they were and what happened and how they were dealing with what went down. All of that is coming out. It's a big conversation, this Knight of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this lesson? Thank you for Leo. Let's do another shuffle and I'll cut. Very straightforward. That's what I feel here. I mean, you both know what you want, and you're both going for it because you're both fire. Could be an Aries you're dealing with, because she's not stopping. She's like on a rampage. Towers coming down and then new start right off the bat. She's like, no, wasting my time. A loyal heart. There it is. She's open to love and milk and honey. Nicely done. Well, it depends on your conversation. Like I said, full moon in Leo. It's a wild and fun, folly full moon. Loyal heart. What's under this? Oh, between words. So coming out of that third party situation, whether it is to do with work or just making that understanding of where things were blocked between you. Yeah, the chaos and the conflict, that confusion right there. But it is going to bring in that milk and honey. So let's see, the loyal heart is 35. And if we're at 35, that means we were at 34. Let's see. 34 is... Oh my gosh, so far behind. 36. 34. It's a leg up. So somebody was getting that extra help, receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence, looking into how each other is maneuvering through a certain situation or situations to come to this impasse or to come to this point where you need to make a choice and have a real conversation about whatever it is was going on. So 35, a loyal heart, fidelity, loyalty, devotion. We'll look at the relationship on that because it's obvious. Your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. See, that's where this Empress comes in. And the next person, and this is where the Hermit comes in for you, Leo. So you're both really reaching in and following with the guidance of Spirit. This is why you're probably going to end up having that conversation from the way it ends up here. It looks like you're going to have a real conversation between you and you're going to fix whatever it is, or at least you're going to understand on both sides. You're going to have, she's going to have truth and you're going to have understanding. It seems to be clear. So let's see, milk and honey is the overall. So 51. Let's see what that brings us. 51. Milk and honey. Taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. Because she believes that regardless of who she ends up with, she's going to get into a relationship. She really believes that. She's open to that. She wants her satisfaction with this Nine of Cups. And of course, the Eight of Pentacles is just that way of getting to it, working through the details, bit by bit, building it up, healing. Same for you. You're on the same path. You're on the same wavelength, as it were. So for milk and honey, we will look at not jumping at me this time. We'll take the oracle message. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. So there you go. In the end of the day, where is that abundance card? Well, we saw it. Now all of a sudden I can't see it. Okay. That Eight of Pentacles was here somewhere. Wow. Now it just disappeared on me. All right. Well, we're going to end the reading on this. But the fact that it says that everything you have and everything you need is right there. Spirit is providing. It may not come in the form that you want it to come in. It may not even come in the way you expect it to, but being open and changing the perspective allows for it to come in. And on that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.